something so straightforward, so simple. Such questions that should be so obvious because it was I, myself, standing in front of that mirror. And yet, it's never like that for me. All I know is somewhere deep down inside of my heart, there is an immense desire to care and to love this person that I see. Yet I knew nothing about this person. How is it that way? I stood there, used all of my energy to force out a smile, to try and convey that I'm happy and I'm here for him. And I see him smile back at me. And yet, inside of his eyes, I could sense a deep sense of sorrow that I could not put my finger on. I could not comprehend the kind of things that is going on inside his head. So, I start to question, what is a smile really for? Isn't it supposed to mean happiness? Why is a smile that is a representation for happiness so sorrowful and so sad at the same time? And then I took the advice from everyone that I knew around me and said these 3 words to him: just be yourself. And I see him say the same thing back at me. And for the first time in my entire life, those 3 words didn't sound empty. It meant something to me. You see, every one of us in life, we are looking for a certain something, something genuine, that we really can't describe with words. On this journey, we have to face so many different obstacles. And one of those obstacles, at least, I feel like should not be the version of yourself in other people's eyes. Just be yourself. I hear it time and time again. Before and during the preparation for this talk, I have countless people come to me and say, just be yourself, and I could not help myself but laugh at the irony of the situation. Just be yourself, what does it mean? Is it just to say, out of goodwill, to boost your confidence? To me, just be yourself doesn't get rid of any anxiety at all. It doesn't boost my confidence. My self-consciousness is part of who I am. So just be yourself, what was it for? Did people realize that I was wearing a mask this whole time? Or was it the day that I removed my mask and people started to realize I'm different and not who they think I am? The day I start living in a way that people don't expect, when I be the version of myself that people don't know, it's the day that people tell me to just be myself. Just be yourself. You're gonna do great. Just be yourself. That's all you need. But is it that simple? At the end of the day, this talk is about perception. Who are the people that is going to judge this version of yourself that they're telling you to be? That is right. It is them. The people that tell you these things, they are the one who judge the person of yourself that they want you to be. And that is not a very helpful or healthy advice in my opinion. And to be the version of yourself inside someone else's eyes, you will just be what they expect you to be, and nothing more. So perception, to take it into a simpler terms, when you look at a mirror, you yourself can see different sides of you, literally. And from other people's perspective, when they look at you, it's the same thing. It is inevitable that they see you differently from who you think you are. So, what is my point from all this? My point is, the phrase, just be yourself, is meaningless when it comes from someone else. And if it comes from yourself, that is when it has meaning, when it truly holds something. You see, whatever you do, no matter which version of yourself you are, even if you are not in your right mind, it is still yourself. That is why just be yourself means nothing when it comes from other people. Because at the end of the day, you are still the one living your life. It could be just living for other people, living to other people's expectation, but it's still your decision. So, what is just be yourself? It means nothing, right? Or at least that's how I've always been living. And I have developed a new way to view human relationships. This is my own personal perception. Don't come killing me for saying this, but to me, my very own existence could mean harm and pain to someone else. And to me, everyone else is the same. Your very own existence can mean harm and pain to someone else. But the difference here is if you realize that your existence or what you're doing and you worry about every single moment of your life, about hurting someone, about hurting a certain somebody, you feel anxious and you think about every action that you do. Would this harm this person? That is a sign of true care. That is when you know that you really care about this person, no matter who it is. And at least from that, I know that I am truly capable of something, that I have worth in this life, that I care about someone because I know and I am worried that I might hurt them. To put it into simpler terms, let me take an analogy. You can take human-people relationship, like the relationship between the sun and the trees. If you are a tree that grew up in a greenhouse, when everything provided to you has been maintained and controlled by the person that put you in there, what would you become? That's right, you'll become exactly what they want you to be. Exactly the tree that they want you to become. But however, if you grew up in nature, where the sun gives you as much light as it wants to, no matter what, some get less, some get more. Does it matter? That's the same way of human relationships. People get different amount of attention from others. People get different amount of care. So, it's inevitable. No matter what you do, it's the same thing. So why let it be a restriction of who you are? Why let the version of yourself in other people's eyes limit your journey and stop you from this journey of achieving the thing that you've been looking for? I'll say this again. Every one of us is looking for a certain something. No matter which path you take, no matter how you want to achieve this something, you could be waiting for someone to deliver it to you. Or you could be the one that is directly trying to look out for other people, trying to give something to people, trying to find this yourself and not rely on others. It doesn't matter. All I want to say is don't let the version of yourself in other people's eyes limit who you are. Thank you.